There was once a man and a monster. They had been friends as long as they could remember. They ate together, played together, and as they were grown up, worked together. Now, because the man and the monster were friends, they decided that they would take a vacation together. The man and the monster discussed where they should go and settled on going camping for a few days. The man and the monster worked hard, anxiously waiting until it was time to go, and after a few days, it was finally the week for vacation. The man and the monster packed their bags and hit the road. They had found a perfect spot and were headed towards it. The sun was shining, the birds were singing. It was a beautiful spring morning, and there were merry, beautiful flowers blooming. All in all, a great time to go camping, but when they had reached the campsite, it had gone dark. So the man and the monster started to set up tent. They got out their bags and placed them outside the tent, because there was no room inside. However, the man and the monster did not take account into the weather. If they had watched the news, it would have said that there was rain overnight and very close to the campsite. So, when the man and the monster woke up, they had discovered that all their gear had been washed away by the rain, including their maps, their survival gear, and, worst off, their food and water. To make matters worse, the campsite they had picked was in the middle of the woods, and the rain had washed their footprints away. They couldn't just follow the tracks back home. And since they didn't have a clue where to go, the man and the monster set off to try and find a way back. They walked, and walked, and walked, and walked, and soon it was dark again. The man and the monster couldn't find their way home. They were lost. The part of the woods where they were in didn't have any animals, so they couldn't hunt, or eat, or do anything. And they went to sleep. The next day, the man and the monster tried to find their way again, and unluckily, they were lost still, and were, again, still hungry. And the day after that, it was the same story, and the day after that, it was also the same story. They couldn't find any food, and went to sleep hungry, again and again. Oh man, being an optimist, rationalized that they would find their way back home tomorrow. Monster, however, wasn't happy. He was hungry. Monster was real hungry, and being a monster, he did something terrible, truly horrible. And while man was sleeping, Monster snuck up on him. The hunger was unbearable, and he had gone days and days without food. Monster was prepared to do anything to stop hunger pains. And so Monster took man's life. Man never even noticed, just slit his throat while he slept. Monster made a fire with the nearby twigs and leaves and cooked the man. Monster ate the man, and he was no longer hungry. The very next day, like man had said, they had found their way back home. Except it wasn't they, it was just the monster. The monster had simply said the man went missing. Monster covered it up. Monster never told anyone. Monster kept his horrendous secret to himself. Monster never told anyone his secret. Only Monster knew the secret. So what does that make me? The one telling you this?